you are anything like me, you have probably experienced loneliness, or maybe even struggled with loneliness at some point in your life. This is completely normal. It's a very human experience. And I'm here to tell you that I have a couple of perspectives that might completely change your experience to something more meaningful and more fulfilling to you. So let me start with telling you a story. I'm a big outdoors person. I really like to spend a lot of time outside. I like to just focus on being present and enjoying the beauty that's around me when I'm outside. And I was doing that one evening. I was sitting down in a field surrounded by, a very lovely landscape, enjoying a sunset by myself. And I was noticing everything around me. I was noticing the trees and the shrubs and the grass and all these things. And each time I noticed how I could focus in on certain things. And I could focus in better the closer those things were to me. And as I continued to look at all the surrounding things, I was asking myself, what's the closest thing to me? Oh, this is closer. I can look at that better. Oh, this is closer. I can look at that even better. This is right in front of me. I can look at that the best. And I came to a realization that the very closest thing to myself was me. That the closest thing within my realm of touch was myself. And that the thing I could focus the most on, even though I couldn't look directly at myself, there's no mirror, was me. And it was a very unique epiphany for me to notice that. And I had experienced something else, and that is my word choice. Because it had just so happened that a few weeks earlier, I was taking a walk. And I had originally had plans to take this walk in a beautiful park near me with someone else. I was going to go with a friend. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the words I was using, because this is something we don't pay a lot of attention to. We don't pay a lot of attention to the words we use. And the words we use can actually be very subtly, unconsciously toxic and destructive and poisonous, very poisonous, but we don't know it. It's like the lobster that slow cooks itself to death in the pot of boiling water. As long as you turn the temperature up slowly, you don't notice that the water begins to boil. So I was paying close attention to that word choice, and I was thinking about it, and I said, I am by myself. And I thought about that. I said, I'm really not, though. I'm alone, but I'm not by myself. And I kept pondering my word choice, and I said, actually, I'm not even alone. I am with myself. I am in my own self's company. And so I share these two stories because the first thing that I would love you to think about, especially if you're struggling or experiencing feelings and thoughts of being alone, is that the very closest thing to yourself is you. You are the closest thing to yourself. And that might sound a little sad at first, but when you really think about it, you start to get your head around that. It's very encouraging. You realize that being the closest thing to yourself, you're the best way to show up for yourself. You're the best resource that you have in those moments of loneliness. You're the thing you can depend on the most to be there for yourself, which is awesome. It means nobody has to come to your rescue. Nobody has to hang out with you. It means you can do that for yourself. It's okay to have others do that for you too, and to connect with others and share time with others and spend time with others. But you don't always need that, because you can do exactly that for yourself. If you're looking for that from someone else, you don't have to, because the best source of that is from you. And the other thing is that word choice. What originally started as me saying I'm by myself and then me saying I am alone, ended with me saying, I'm with me. I'm in my own company. I'm enjoying my own company, and I love my own company. Most of the time, you'll realize that's true about yourself too. When you think about it, you'll say, well, I do like my own company. You know, I love all these things about me, whether it's the creativity that you have, or your interest in working out, or going running, as we often say, alone. All these other things we like to do. Oh, I like going shopping. I like this. I like that. And when we think about it, we're just doing those things with ourselves in our own company. And it's awesome to do that in the company of others. It's awesome to invite others to share a part of your life and your interests with you. And it's also awesome to realize that you provide just as phenomenal company for yourself in the things you love doing, right? Like I said, I love being outside. I love hiking. I love walking. I love enjoying a nice day. I like enjoying the silence and the serenity and the peace of nature. And I love doing that with other people. But I also like to do that with me, right? And so be careful. Be careful of the words you use, because the words you use are very poisonous. Your mind will become saturated with them, right? Like saying, I'm alone, I'm by myself, right? And that really begins to sink deep in, and you absorb that. And what you often notice is when you use words like that, you experience sorrow and depression, which it's okay to experience sorrow. It's an emotion. But you want to live from a place of empowerment, and you want that empowerment to come from within. You don't want to have to depend on others to provide that for you. So watch your diction. Be careful what you say, and really think about it. I'll tell you, it benefits me to watch my word choice. And again, that other part I was mentioning, when you're struggling with that loneliness, is acknowledging that the closest thing to yourself is you. You're there for yourself. You are a source for yourself. You are able to provide whatever it is you need for yourself. You have a certain need that you feel needs to be met, and it just so happens that when we look outside of ourselves, all those things often feel far away. Oh, my friends are over there, the grocery store's over here, my bed is, I gotta walk all the way across the room. Because whatever you're looking for in that moment, maybe rest. Oh, my bed's all the way over there, I really want to feel rested. And you can meet yourself at that need right there without moving, without looking for anything outside of yourself. You could say, all right, I'll sit still with me and allow myself to feel rest. And you can come to your own rescue. You can show up for yourself in those moments and completely turn your experience around, especially if it's starting to go down that all too common road of pain and discomfort and suffering. So, yeah, do you experience loneliness? Do you struggle with feeling alone? Maybe you come from a place of feeling abandoned or being abandoned. All too common. That's a very familiar childhood dynamic for a lot of people, is abandonment. So if that is the case for you, this video was made for you, with you in mind. Because I'm here to tell you you're not alone. It's a very common human experience. So hop on board and spend some time noticing that the closest thing to yourself is you, and noticing that your words are incredibly powerful in the role they play of shaping your day.